Hey, what is going on, guys? So I've not done a video in a long time, and I've been wanting to do a video for a while. I just haven't had the time. But tomorrow night is UFC 302, Makhachev versus Poirier. The weigh-ins are in like 15 minutes, so I gotta do this video fast. So the first, it's not gonna really be a breakdown prediction. It's just gonna be more of I'm gonna break down the fights a little bit, and then I'm gonna predict, who I think is gonna win. So, first off, shut up. We got Mitch Raposo against Andre Lima. Raposo, I've seen fight before. He's 8 wins with 1 loss. The 1 loss is coming from Jake Hadley, and it's his only submission loss, I think, on the Contender Series. Lima's coming off a DQ win over Eagle Silva. Lima's the one that got um, bit, so they had to disqualify his opponent. He missed weight this morning, though. Lima did by 4 pounds. He weighed in 130, so Raposo got 30% of his purse. Now, who do I think wins this? I think I'm going to go with Mitch Raposo by second on TKO. I kind of think Lima's going to gas. Plus, the last time I saw Lima fight, he didn't really impress me. So I think Raposo wins. Then the next fight we have up is Elon Perez against Jocelyn Edwards. Now, I don't like either one of these chicks. I really don't. I don't like Perez, and I don't like Edwards. I don't think they're that good. I wasn't looking forward to this fight until I found out what happened when Perez and Edwards had bad blood with each other, and when supposedly Perez's coach had choked Edwards unconscious. So, Perez is on a 2-fight winning streak, because I was actually looking at this before I did the video. And Edwards is coming off a loss against Nora Cornell. But I think Perez is going to be a little quicker, so I got Perez by decision. Wouldn't be surprised either way he won, but I got Perez. Then Mickey Gall and Basil Herfes. Could have swore Mickey Gall got cut. I'm very surprised he's still in the UFC, because the last time I saw Mickey Gall fight, if I remember correctly, I'm about to pull it up right now. Yeah, Mike Malott in 2022. So it's been a while since he's fought. And I could have swore he got cut. Yeah, he filed his contract once along a part of the UFC roster in September of 2022. And then now he's scheduled to face Basil Herfes on Saturday in New Jersey. Now, who I think wins this fight? Now, everybody is high on Basil Herfes because he's coming off a really close fight against Jack Della Maddalena. Well, a lot of people thought he won. I didn't think he won. I thought Jack clearly won that fight. I thought Jack did better. I thought Jack rocked. Jack almost finished him like on 4 or 5 different occasions. I mean, Herfes has a really good chin. He's really tough. But I didn't think Herfes won. And me, Jack Della Maddalena, I'm biased because he's my favorite welterweight. Who I think wins this though? I don't like Mickey Gall, so I'm going with Basil Herfes. I think Herfes is going to be more explosive, and I think he's going to win a first-round TKO. Plus, Herfes and Gall have bad blood because 10 years ago, according to Herfes, him and Mickey Gall had wrestled. And when him and Mickey Gall had wrestled, he said, and Herfes said, well, I beat Mickey Gall 10 years ago, so I don't think Mickey Gall really took that lightly, so I think Herfes wins. I think he wins quick, though. I think he wins a first-round TKO. Then we have the ESPN prelims coming up. Now, I wasn't really too interested in this fight at all. I really wish somebody else would have fought, Philip Rowe and Jake Matthews. It's a good fight. It's a fun fight. Rowe is coming off a split decision loss over Neil Magny, and Jake Matthews is coming off a loss over Michael Morales. This is really interesting, and it all depends which guys show up. But I'm going for Jake Matthews by decision. I think Matthews might be a little bit better. I think he's going to wrestle Rowe. And I don't think... And when Neil Magny and Rowe fought each other, I remember Neil Magny wrestling Rowe. So I think Matthews is going to follow a similar game plan that Magny did. But I think Matthews is going to end up winning a decision, and a cut decision too. But I think it's going to end up being a really good fight. Then we have Grant Dawson against Joe Solecki. A fight I'm really not interested in. It's going to be a really fun grappling match, but I don't really think either of them are that exciting. So who do I see winning this fight? Grant Dawson's coming off a loss against Bobby Green. It's like 30 seconds. Selecki's coming off a slam knockout loss over Jakar Close. These guys are basically the same clones of each other. I think Selecki has the better submission game. So Dawson has the better wrestling game. Who do I think has the better striking, though? That's a big question. I think this is going to be more of a boxing battle. I think they're going to go to the ground. I think Selecki is going to be the one that engages in the ground first. Do I think they're going to stay on the ground? No. I think the grounds are going to cancel each other out. And it all depends on who has the better boxing. I think who wins this fight. And who, in my opinion, who do I think has the better boxing? I think Grant Dawson has the better boxing than Joe Selecki does. I think Grant Dawson is a little, I don't want to say quicker on the feet. I think he's a little stronger on the feet. And I think he's going to be able to get in and out of Selecki's jab. So I got Grant Dawson winning this fight by decision. Then we have a fight. I'm not interested in this fight at all. It's a heavyweight fight. Jelton Almeida against Alexander Romanov. Now, I like Romanov a lot. And he's coming off a win over Blagor Ivanov, which that was not that exciting of a fight. I remember watching that fight. Romanov is ranked number 13, and Almeida is ranked number 7. Almeida was beating Curtis Blades, and then in the second round he got knocked out by Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades hit him with an uppercut, and when Almeida was trying to take him down and finished him. I see this. I don't really see either guy. I don't really know how this fight's gonna go. I really don't care how this fight goes. I don't really care who wins because I don't think either of them are good enough to be champion. A lot of people were high on Almeida. I'm not high on Almeida. I think Almeida is really good. Is a really good ground guy. He's not a good boxer. So if Romanov can keep Almeida off of him, Romanov might be able to win. But do I think Romanov wins? No. I think Almeida wins a very, very lackluster decision. And I think it's just a battle of where Almeida tries to take him down over and over and over again. But I'm hoping that they freaking don't, they're not able to take the other guy down and just slug it down on the feet. And the question is, who has better boxing between Almeida and Romanov? Well, let me see, because I don't know, because I know, I would say Romanov has a little bit of boxing than Almeida does, but I think Almeida wins the decision. And then now, this is a fight I'm really interested in. It's the last fight on the TV prelims. Cesar Almeida against Roman Kopylov. Now, this is not going to go to the ground at all. This is a really, really fun fight. Two kickboxers slugging it out. Kopylov is coming off a submission loss over Anthony Hernandez, which is fine because Anthony Hernandez is a really good ground guy. Almeida is coming off a really good win over Dylan Budka in April. I really like this fight a lot because a lot of people are really high on Almeida. Almeida's beaten Alex Pereira in Glory Kickboxing before, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's beaten Pereira once, and Pereira's beaten him twice. Now, why the star right here that kind of worries me is that Almeida has never been knocked out in his career. Now, that's kind of worrying because Kopylov is not a very good... Kopylov has only won by decision once. And that was back when with his first win. Who I think wins this, though? I think Kopylov wins this fight because most of the time when Glory Kickboxers, minus if your name's Alex Pereira, when Glory Kickboxers fight like a really good striker, half of the time in MMA, they end up losing I mean, I could be wrong. Almeida could go out there. Almeida could fucking, dust Kopylov. But I think Kopylov gets this fight. I think Kopylov has it. I'm going Makhachev, second round TKO. Then we have a really... Now, I'm glad they put this fight on the pay-per-view aspect. I really like this fight. This is a fun fight to start the card off. Randy Brown against Alessio Salisky dos Santos. Randy Brown is coming off a really, really good win over Muslim Salikov. And I missed that fight. By the way, I had to watch the replay. If I remember correctly, Alessio Salisky dos Santos is one of the only guys to knock out Sean Strickland. He's the first guy to knock out Sean Strickland. The second guy's, and the second guy is Poirier. I can't believe I got that. I'm gonna go with Randy Brown. I think Randy Brown's gonna win this. No, actually, you know what? I'm going for Dos Santos. Dos Santos is probably gonna land a spinning kick or something crazy and knock Brown out. Probably the first or second round. But regardless of what happens in the fight, it's gonna be a really good fight. But I think Dos Santos wins this. I think Dos Santos might be the better boxer. I mean, better striker, not boxer. Then we have a rematch between Nico Price and Alex Morono. Nico Price is coming off a knockout loss over Robert Lawler. That was last July. And Morono is coming off a win over Cord McGee in April. Now, this is a really good fight. I like this fight a lot. Nico Price was originally supposed to be fighting Nico Price was originally supposed to be fighting Jamariah Wells. There's a rematch. And the last time they fought, Nico Price knocked out Alex Morono in the second round. Got lucky, hit him with a shot because Morono basically gassed. Now, what I think happens, I think it's very, very similar to when they first fought each other. But I think I think Alex Morono wins this fight. I think he wins decision, though, this time. I think he does the same thing he did the first time, but I don't think he makes a mistake this time, and I think he wins this fight. And I think it's a really good fight. Then we have Kevin Holland and Mahal Olasejak. Now, if anybody knows me... Now, okay. Kevin Holland, before I, get into everything, Kevin Holland is coming off 2 losses. One over Jack Della Maddalena, split decision loss, and then one against Michael Venom Page, where Michael Venom Page basically had his way with him. And then Mahal Olasejak is coming off a loss over Michel Pereira, where he got submitted in the first round, in the first minute. Now, a lot of people were high on Kevin Holland when he was on the Contender Series, from what I remember. I've never been one of those guys. I knew he's good, but I've never really been high on Kevin Holland. And, if anybody knows me, everybody knows I'm not really the biggest Kevin Holland fan. I don't really like Kevin Holland that much. I've never really have. But who I think wins this fight, give me Kevin Holland. I think Kevin Holland is gonna be the better striker than Mahal Olasejak. Olasejak's only chance of winning this fight, in my opinion, is if he catches Holland with something lucky. I think Holland is gonna be rangy, and I think he's gonna land a lot of body kicks, and Olasejak doesn't really have can't really take hits to the body that well, from what I remember. So Kevin Holland probably kicks Olasejak in the body, and gives him and finishes him with a TKO probably in the first round early. Now, if Kevin Holland does not finish Olasejak in the first round, Olasejak's probably gonna win. But I got Kevin Holland winning this fight. I think he wins TKO probably. No, fuck it. I'm gonna say the second round. That's gonna be the second round. Then we have Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa for our co-main event. I really, really like this fight. I think it's a very, very, very good fight. Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa. Sean Strickland is coming off a decision loss over Dricus du Plessis. Well, a lot of people thought fucking Sean Strickland won the fight, and I'm like, no, he did not win the fight. I'm like, Dricus edged that out. It was pretty clearly. Dricus won the last 3 rounds. Sean Strickland did not win. Only won the first 2 rounds. And Costa is coming off a decision loss over Rob Whittaker, which I didn't think he looked bad. I thought Paulo Costa actually looked pretty good in that fight. Now, the thing about this fight is it's all going to depend on which Paulo Costa shows up. Who do I think wins this, though? I hate going for Sean Strickland. I don't really like Sean Strickland that much. I never really have liked him that much. I've always thought he was all right. Do I think he wins against Costa, though? Yeah, I do. I think he might be a little bit... I think his style is really bad for somebody like Costa. But Costa can catch him, which I'm hoping happens. I hope Costa catches him and knocks him out. I don't see that happening, though. I see Costa losing a decision. I see Strickland jabbing him for all 5 rounds and then going to a 49-46 or a 50-45 decision. But there's always a chance Costa could catch him with something to knock him out. Because Costa's one of those guys that, even though Strickland's a point fighter, Costa's one of those guys that if he gets you once, it's over. So I think Strickland wins this, but I hope not. Then we have the main event: Islam Makhachev and Dustin Poirier. Makhachev has been on a freaking tear lately, man. With him being champion, he's basically Habib. He's basically the Habib with better striking. He has not lost a fight since October of 2015. This man is on a 13-fight winning streak, coming off a knockout win over Volkanovski, where he kicked Volkanovski in the head and knocked him out. And Dustin Poirier is coming off a good win over Benoit Saint Denis, where a lot of people were hyping up Saint Denis and thought, oh, Saint Denis is gonna kill Dustin. Like Dustin's, Dustin's past his prime, blah blah blah, and all that. And he went out and he fucking just ran over, knocked Saint Denis out. Now, I've been going back and forth in this fight because I like both guys. This reminds me a lot of when Dustin and Habib fought each other. But I think my prediction is I think Dustin does this. I think Dustin does it this time. I don't think Islam's really taken Dustin seriously. I can't think Dustin. No, I can be completely wrong, which I don't care if I am, because I like Islam Makhachev a lot. I could be completely wrong. Islam could go out there. Islam could dominate Dustin, and he could win the fight quick. Do I see that happening though? No, I see Islam want to box with Dustin and prove a point in the first round. And if Islam boxes with Dustin, he'll probably lose. I'm gonna go with Dustin. I think my gut is telling me Dustin. Dustin is gonna win this by first round knockout. He's gonna catch Islam with the same shot he caught Habib with when they fought each other. Only when he catches Islam, he's either gonna knock Islam down or he's gonna knock Islam out. And that's what I think is gonna happen. I think he knocks Islam out. I think that's how he wins. I think it's a late first round knockout, or I think. See, there's two ways. Two ways this fight goes. One, Dustin Poirier ends up, or the first round ends up being like Habib and Dustin was, where Islam takes Dustin down and controls him. The second way it goes down is Islam boxes with Dustin. He wants to prove a point, and Dustin knocks him out. That's what I feel like happens. But we'll see. But I'm going with Dustin by first round knockout. Now, those are my predictions. If they're not right, I don't really care. I don't really like predicting fights anymore. But that's what I'm going with. I'm going with Dustin. First round. Not first round. Late first round knockout. But this is a really good card. I like this card. So stay tuned for my predictions for UFC 303, McGregor versus Chandler, because I'm probably going to do that in the next week. Probably do that on Monday. All right, guys, have a great day. Look forward to more videos like this soon, and I will catch you all later. Oh, and by the way, before I let you go, I saw Mad Max Furiosa. I actually surprisingly liked it. I thought it was a really good, well-shot film. Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job as Furiosa. Chris Hemsworth did really good as the villain Dementus, and I really liked the story of it. I usually didn't. I didn't like the last Mad Max movie, but I've always liked Furiosa's story. So yeah, that one gets a B+ from me. I'm gonna let you guys go. Like I said, stay tuned for my videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.